please. And we'll start with pledge of allegiance. Ms. Lucas, won't you lead us this evening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We won't have too big a crowd tonight unless the cold weather, maybe our marathon previous meetings. Let's start with the approval of minutes of the January 20th regular meeting, please.
So moved.
Ms. Wilkerson and Ms. Smith. Done all yes?
Yes.
Okay. We have no one who's signed in. We don't have anybody on the agenda to address the board, so we'll move right to the administrative section. Can I have a motion, please? Mr. Curry. Ms. Wilkerson seconds that. Ms. Lucas.
Okay, item A is for Marshall University nursing students, Laura Rosella and Dusty Vance, to perform observations in Lincoln County schools under the supervision of school nurses the second semester. Item B, Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College student Melody Fry to perform observation at Ranger Elementary the second semester. Item C, a contract with Dr. Jerry Valentine to provide professional learning and instructional practice inventory, IPI, on February the 26th, 2015, according to the terms of the contract. Item D, a settlement agreement of Ramey versus Lincoln County Board of Education, Lincoln County Circuit Court Civil Action numbers 99-C-105 and 00-C-57, pursuant to the terms in the agreement received by our counsel, Bowles Rice LLP, on January 16, 2015, and to be included as an attachment to the minutes of this meeting, to direct our president to execute the same before a notary public on our behalf, and direct our treasurer to draft payment of the settlement totaling $120,000, less appropriate withholdings as indicated in the agreement. Item E, to provide bus transportation for the following adult student for the 2014-2015 school year. Item F, school volunteers who on occasion may also serve as bus chaperones or provide transportation for students to and from athletic events, academic competitions, or school outings, who have provided proof of private vehicle liability insurance and have completed volunteer orientation.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments about any of those items? On item D, of course, as we all know, this is something that went back 1999, I believe, is when this was initially filed by the grievance by Jim Ramey. It was within the court system after the initial grievance was over. It's in the court system for several years, and approximately 2 years ago, it was brought back up again. And as the board knows, at that time, we began to address that with our counsel and trying to reach an agreement with Ms. Ramey. And over the course of several meetings we had, an executive session, one of those things that we talked about with our attorney on the direction of Judge Hoke, who had asked both parties to try to reach an agreement on that. So after numerous conversations back and forth, our attorney on our behalf reached an agreement we felt was fair to all parties. So that's what we see here tonight. And, that should end that litigation once again that began in 1999, long before we were here. But of course, it's something that is still on the docket as a Board of Education item. So if anybody has any questions about that, they can reach Mrs. Lucas or me or somebody else when they talk about it. Okay. Nobody has anything else? Then an all yes vote on administrative items.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. On finance, get a motion?
I move.
Mr. Smith? Second. Mr. Baker? Okay, Bert.
Okay, item A, scheduled invoices totaling $104,215.70, and invoices are available for public review in the county office. Item B, budget transfers totaling $464,041.66. Item C, budget supplements totaling $56,526. And item D, payment of in lieu of transportation for 4 additional students identified in an authorization date of 1/22/15 for the 2014-2015 school year.
Does anybody have any questions about any of the items in this one? State Air Force. Okay, not then I'll call for a question on this. Is that all yes vote?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Go to the personnel section. Have a motion. Curry? Second. Baker?
Okay, Section A is for the employment of short and/or long-term substitute professional personnel. Section B is a leave of absence, and Section C is for retirements and/or resignations, and it's noted under the effective date, whether it's retirement or resignation. Any questions?
Just out of curiosity, once again now, these individuals that have retired, have they passed the deadline with professionals for the bonus? Do you know that?
Professionals, as long as they have it turned in to us by January 15th, service February 1st.
Well, that's what I thought. So it's possible that maybe some of these have turned in and we haven't acted on it?
Yes.
Okay. I try to keep that clear, that's, but I knew there was a difference between the two service and professionals. Okay, anybody have any comments, concerns, questions about the personnel? If not, then all yes vote?
Yeah.
Yes.
All yes. We'll go to comments and concerns. Athletic facilities update. Is that you, Mr.
That's
Big
me. I wanted to share with the board that shortly thereafter, Mr. Lambert had given a presentation of the work that he's doing on the baseball field. And as you know, some of the other work that's yet to be completed on some of the other athletic facilities we have at the high school. I contacted the school building authority because it was this kind of this word on the street. Rumor was that school building authority was possibly going to change the way that they looked at funding athletic facilities. And I'd been hearing that for some time. So I contacted Mike Hall and spoke to him. And he said to me that none of the guidelines or rules have changed, that the school building authority, under no circumstances, will fund athletic facilities other than gymnasiums, which is just part of the curriculum, you know, when they build a new school. But that was not going to be an avenue that we could pursue, specific funding.
Glad you found that out. For some reason, I thought that the impression had been given around that that might be not necessarily on existing schools, but maybe on new ones. But I'm glad you clarified that for us.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I have heard that. Talk that up, but it's not true. It will not fund.
Well, I know even at the commission meeting, I believe Sean attested that that was mentioned up there too as a possibility.
But didn't the gentleman who spoke here?
That's what I was thinking too, Sean.
That's where the rumor started. I mean,
Yeah,
When Mike Hall was here, or?
Yes.
I don't remember
This-
with Mike or what was.
Yeah, he was the one that came.
It was Mike.
they said that they were considering it, that it might be a possibility in the future. I mean, it was never reported as anything better than that, but that's where I started. That's where I started
You
hearing.
know, as part of that could have been the result too of the change in the director's position.
Well, I think that's what he was saying.
Maybe so, but when I talked to Mike the other day, this was last week, he indicated that there had been no changes.
I think Sean's right. It came maybe as a part of that conversation,
Could be.
and that
I think what he said, anything's possible. Someone asked if they're going to possibly fund it. He said anything's possible.
He left me with the impression
Yeah,
that
me
it.
too.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
well, I guess we got the wrong vibes on that.
At the time, he thought it was going to.
Yeah, maybe so, maybe he thought it
Well,
would change.
and like what Fred said, anything's possible. It may be, and you know, who knows, but any new facility they're gonna be funding, they might consider doing it. I mean, I don't know that. Opposed to, you know, to think of the hundreds of schools that are already in existence that would already start coming forward, you know, trying to seek funds. We know in Wayne County it's been an issue, here, and I'm sure about probably any county's got athletic facilities they'd like to do. But anyway, I'm glad you found that out, Jim. We can quell that rumor. Okay. Anybody have any other comments or concerns they'd like to address?
Yeah, has anyone heard anything, what, any future doings on the football field up at high school?
I haven't heard anything yet recently.
Marty, how much money do they have left in that fund, do you know? Roughly?
I can, if you give me 2 minutes, I can tell you exactly. I can walk down to the office.
It wasn't in that report you sent for all the schools, was it? I couldn't find it.
No. The report for the schools is the money they have in their accounts.
Right.
But it's around 200,000.
I think it's around
Yeah.
$175,000. That's ballpark.
Well, I thought they generated some interest in.
They have, yeah, they
Back
have.
up.
But they've, I mean, I can, like I said, I can walk down,
That's
because
okay.
I just did a report. I'll just shoot it to you guys tonight
Okay.
on the email.
So it's somewhere 175 to 200 range, maybe.
I think Kate's, does.
We need to do something.
See some more work over there.
We need to get a fine grade to start with, but not, it isn't even close to being.
Well, we'll seed it, we're gonna lose it all to sheet erosion. Little by little by little, it's gonna be gone.
That's what I mean, just for the appearance of the campus, once again.
Yeah.
Although I think at the same time it could be utilized by a track or maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we can put a track around it. We can practice track.
I just think the appearance of the whole, you know, the other side of the campus is starting to look really nice since they did the walkway and all. And then when you drive around there, you see like a mud area. And, but I don't know how much money we want to invest in seeding and all, but you know, if we're at a proper level, at least look at it. I think people would use it.
I mean, fine grade, see, and you can even put the track around.
Practice there, if nothing else, didn't it?
Yeah.
Could be a walking track.
That's right.
Carol would take for people out there walking. Okay, anything else? Everybody laugh.
We'll follow you.
Okay.
Yeah, when you are finished tonight.
You got 2 more minutes.
Go ahead. You're on the clock.
Yeah, you're coming. Did Mr. McKiff, did you talk to them, the question came up about the sign, the pre-K-8 sign for Duval, and Mr. Priestley brought that up, if that needed to be the same throughout the county. Did you get? Okay.
He hasn't talked to us this
Okay.
time, but we did discuss it.
We talked about it, Jeff and I have.
Okay, well, I called the State Department, and what they said was, you know, if we wanted to put pre-K-8 there, that was fine, because we're not changing the name of the school. You could do that.
We can be done either way.
It can be done either way. It's just up to the school. So I didn't know if that.
Well, Jeff and I had talked about it because I know I got a call from the school where apparently several years ago, someone, the superintendent at that time, what I was told, had given all the faculty senates, said that they could choose the name of their school. So apparently at Duval, they had chosen, their faculty senate had chosen the Duval Elementary Middle School. And so Jeff and I was curious, you know, I was just looking at consistency is what some I was hung up on. But as to the other schools, for instance, but I know West Hamlin, they have elementary by their school, even though that's technically not their name. So I told Jeff, you know, it's not something that I'm really hung up on. I just was looking for consistency. I know if I go to the state website, it's going to say Duval PK8. It's going to continue to say that. Does it matter if the sign says elementary and middle school? Some of the other schools can do it, and they were told that at one time. Then, you know, I can live with that. I don't understand if anybody else has any thoughts about it. I don't know. I just happened to, I was gazing at that overhead thing I had up there, and the more I looked at it, I said, what says elementary
I
second?
don't think that looks right, but you know, and I don't recall any superintendent ever, in our presence, saying that they could name it.
I don't know. Brenda, you know anything about it? You know everything.
Well,
You're a wealth of knowledge.
that's because I'm old.
Do you recall anybody telling them they could choose the name?
Not specifically that, no. I don't recall that, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. But I do remember when
That's a
Guy
full
Valley High
face.
School became the Guy Valley High School. I bet Carolyn was there. Mr. Bell was principal over there, and he wanted to call the Guy Valley High School. And it was that for a few years, and then it kind of faded,
Well,
Okay.
once
but I don't
again,
recall that actually saying that they had a pretty hand at naming their school.
well, I mean, you know, when I was first asked, I said, well, then did the board then go and act on it? Of course, the state board was in control,
Right.
so, you know, I don't know if they did or not, what was said, so.
They said as long as the grade configuration, that's all you were dealing with, and not the actual name of the school, because you wouldn't be changing them from Duval to Griffithsville.
Do you
or
think it was when we
something.
were consolidating and everything was changing, that we were
That's what.
saying, you know, we want everyone to be on board, so if you wanted to call your school this, we'll let you. Do you think it was during the takeover, Mr. Brazil, maybe?
Mr. Mickey.
It's hard to tell what Mr.
I
Brazil said.
believe
Well, that could have
I believe
happened
at that time.
because, you know, every school in the county changed grade configuration.
Well, and
Many
that's,
closed.
at Duval, obviously it changed, you know, from Griffithsville when that change took place. But the faculty senate chair then is the same as now.
Mhm.
And that's how Ms. Lovejoy, Ms. Clayton, I'm sorry, found out. Said that she talked to her and she told her that's what had happened. So when Jeff shared that with me, I said, you know, it just, it looks odd to me, but
Yeah, just wasn't sure, I knew you brought it up, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
called, we followed up. Okay, my next request is finance and personnel work session. We would like to have one now. My suggestion would be, and asking you, as a request, on February the 3rd, we already have a board meeting. Could we come earlier? And I know that would be, I don't know how that works with your schedule.
I'll, we do my best. I'm changing jobs,
Okay, so what's that?
firms, effective January 31st, February 1st, so.
Because if not, then, looking at the next evening on the 4th.
Unless it's gonna take additional time, I would rather do it, and I don't want all of us to be paid for an hour on a separate evening. Let's just add it to another meeting.
We were looking at what? I think hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
4 o'clock on February 3rd if possible.
do we have any idea of what the February 3rd agenda is going to look like at this point? I mean, as far as presentations, anybody scheduled to come and address us? That kind of
I
stuff.
think so.
So what is scheduled?
None of the department heads or that.
That's not-
Because the 17th probably wouldn't be good, but I think that's not, we have to do the evaluation. So that
We
would
do that.
Who is she meeting with?
With the 17th,
That will not be in my, that's my belief.
No, what, we're having to do this prior to our doing the
So you need
rifts
to do it
and
pretty soon.
transfers. Yes,
oh, okay.
that's the
Just do it
reason.
on the 3rd.
Okay. What time on the 3rd?
We were gonna say 4 o'clock.
Well, we didn't get finished, we go ahead of the board meeting and continue after the board meeting.
Well, yeah. we
Just
could-
keep her here the whole time.
Right. Okay, so that'll be our plan. to
I'll leave
do
here anyway.
The person, start at 4, do the personnel portion, and at 6, if we haven't concluded with that, we go ahead and do our other agenda items as consistent with what we do now, and then if need be, we'll carry over like Fred said. Okay, so February 3rd, we'll just start a little bit earlier.
And then my second request is to have an extra board meeting, just in case if there are hearings. We are gonna set hearings in our letters for the 24th and either the 25th or the 26th, whichever would be okay with you all, so that we would be able to have 2 evenings for hearings.
What were those dates again?
25th.
15, 26th.
And/or 26th. We have a board meeting on the 24th. And so I was going to have hearings set for that night and then one other night, either the 25th or 26th. Do you all have a preference? It's a Wednesday or Thursday.
Right after
And if no one has a hearing, then we
that.
wouldn't meet.
Might not have to have the second, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, Wednesday or Thursday, which one's?
Either one's fine.
Prefer Thursday.
Okay, let's go Thursday the 26th then, it's our second option. Special meeting on the 26th for personnel hearings, unless we don't need to.
That's
Is
all.
that on you?
Yes.
Anybody have anything else? Okay, if not, then we'll adjourn this meeting until February the 3rd, 2015, here at the county office, beginning at 4 p.m. Have a motion? Carol made the motion, second? I'll second. Second it? Oh, yes?
Yeah, thanks.